Greetings, my excellent friends. We are here brighter and earlier, or at least earlier, today. I was thinking, are there gold songs I should use? I'm not familiar with the one you mentioned, Sam, but generally speaking, I try to keep myself to the gray area of video game songs and internet songs, if that makes sense. Like if my starting music has words in it, it's either because it's from a video game or from a group that are at the relaxed internet sharing level. I just attempt not to use the mainstream anymore, so that my channel doesn't explode. But I wouldn't have used that song anyway because I got no idea what it is. I don't know what kind of band name Spandex Ballet is, but it sounds vaguely vulgar. Alright, Tomb Raider. We are in the Midas level. I don't know its exact name. And there are 3 or 4 deaths to get out of this one. So I'll need to keep an eye out for those. One of which is quite funny. Palace Midas, that's it. Was Midas Greek? I think yes, but like tangentially. It was on an island, wasn't he? If it's named Midas, one of those deaths had better be turned to gold. Are you familiar with the level? Because you've seen Tomb Raiders be played before, but he's Cretan, right? It's like tangentially Greek. Anyway, we came out this way. Did we come out of that? I think we must have, and then it shuts because that was our entrance. We're not going to have to go back in. Is that roof? Oh yeah, of course it is. All of the roofs are fake. Or like, new. No, I just tried to open the map with that button. There is no map. This game's from 1996. Game I've been playing in my spare time is more modern, has such amenities as a map. Don't even know what direction we're in unless we, I haven't really been using the compass. I probably should more often. Oh, you can actually see the stats. I had no idea. I didn't know the compass was stats. I thought it was just, like, telling you what north was. cool. There's 3 secrets here, 23 pickups. Nice. Also, the time ticks when you're in the menus. Crosscode, yes, that's what I've been playing in my spare time. I'm very glad I chose to play it in my spare time. It's very action heavy and like too complicated. If I blind ran that, I'd be going insane. A game like this is good for blind running because it's very slow and methodical. Oh, what the fuck? I knew he was nearby, I didn't know he was... God, why am I escaping the crocodile by going in the water? It sounds like escaping the dog by hiding in the fucking kennel. But he isn't coming in. I think whatever an enemy is programmed to do, it can't do both water and land. It can be a water enemy, but if so, then it's going to stay there. Alright, where is this bit? Well, he sure chucked a tantrum, but he's dead. Okay. It can do both, actually, in this game, but there needs to be a ramp. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense, actually. It's a matter of how do you get in, and they don't program enemies with, like, jump around, leap around capabilities. Not even the humans were doing that, I don't think. Well, no, I think the gorilla was jumping up and down on stuff. But that's a gorilla. If a monkey can't climb, then what business has it being a fucking monkey, you know? I wasn't planning on going all the way around to a new area here. I was just planning on doing basic scouting, but good lord. Again, I wish I could run faster. So yeah, there's a major path here in what looks like several directions. Because not only can we go down that way, but there's also a staircase. And that's all just coming off of this side from the pool. But it does take us around, so presumably there's no exits up here or anything. But I did think there was one on the other side. This is all very straightforward, but then there's that path as well as the one to the right, which is the one that I looked down. Although the one to the right is a little strange. It looks like there's a second level as well. And there's ooh. A little bit of ooh-ooh. Is there a little bit of ah-ah as well? Just a gorilla hiding behind a pillar. Animate. Because of course. Why wouldn't a gorilla have friends in this life? Where are we? Just trying to place the area via this level's map. There we go. Vibrates and gorillas. You're not the person I thought would be making that joke. I thought that would be more of a Swede thing, but they are dead. when the gorilla noise sounds, the little Clayton in your brain wakes up and yells. Look, we all have a little Brian Blessed in our brain, whether it's Clayton or just the man himself. How bargering many of these do we need to have? And then I don't trust these bloody rocks. They look walkable. But like walkable in that sly little fuck you kind of way where you fall off. You're kidding me, there's another one. At what point do we cease it? Where the buggeration are we going? To a switch. Well, nothing's ever gone wrong from pressing a random button in an ancient ruin. This particular gorilla has sufficiently angered me. That's way too many bullets. Is that for real? Or did I just miss the first few times? Christ, well that's not good. Let's just, given how close range it is... Come here. Oh god, two! No, pull the gun out. Yeah, bye. I don't know why I wasn't expecting two. I really should have. But anyway, they're dead. No, they're not. There's another one. How in the name of sweet Jesus H. Clusterfuck is there another one? And can we get something? I feel like we need to be able to get up there. Yeah, no, that's just how many bullets it takes. What a rip-off. That seems to be the end of the gorillas. But can I get up here? No. It's maybe not the end of the story, though. I don't know about that one. That one might be... Oh, it might be a pipe dream. But we'll try one more time. With perhaps some game save related resetability. That seems like it's not quite matching up. It'll visually it looks like I can. It's not like that. But I don't like I'm pressing the button correctly. I do not think it's latching on. So also I think I'm maybe getting hurt when I make that jump. My health is appearing for some reason. Also there isn't really any room for her to stand up, so maybe that's the hint. If that's the case though, how the fuck did he do that? How do we get up there? Is there even more side passaging over this way? Because there was another opening this way. Well, not really, actually. It just takes you down there. Or is it... no. There's up there. But... what assurance would I have that it would lead to this? I don't see any other ways. And this is just a circle, right? That's back to this room. Sure is. Okay. So we can jump around on these, but I don't know how fruitful that would be. We're not managing to catch that from here. There's nothing leading you upwards, but it looks like that might be a hole, or might be a depth thing over there. Maybe not, actually. Oh, there it is. There's a hole. Right there. Definitely couldn't reach it, though. But I think there's a path to the side. Comes out there. That involves the bit in the next room, but I don't think we can currently get there. My best guess is that I'm just seeing little dregs of a secondary path that I will be able to reach. Hopefully. Once I figure out how to get to the second level of this center room. And with that in mind, the best thing I can do is go one of the other directions. But we did just open a switch, and that opened somewhere, a gate somewhere, so we made some progress in Gorilla Land. Let's try downwards now. Oh, this is the door we opened. That helps. And here's more gorillas. Come on, come through the hall. That sucked. Can we do that without you catching me? Still don't love that. That's better. The best part of this game, streaming-wise, is that it can get so labyrinthine that unless somebody has encyclopedic knowledge, they can't backseat. Do you, at this point, like, are you sitting there knowing exactly what the order I need to do things is in? Or are you saying that because you yourself are like, I like these games, and I've played them a few times, but even I don't know the exact 1 to 2 to 3 steps. Because, yeah, I can see myself replaying these, but I can see myself replaying them, like, you know, once every couple of years. And I do that with games I like. I try not to overplay them, because there's so many that you can have things on rotation and still get surprised by things you're familiar with. That's one of the reasons I think why I've sort of turned on, or at least taken an extended gap from a lot of the pillars of my childhood, like with the exception of Kingdom Hearts, which I did once in 2020 and then once in the last 2 years. But a lot of the stuff that I played a lot when I was a kid, I just don't touch anymore, and I'll probably come back to it eventually. But I'm effectively wiping my brain's temporary files of it as much as I can. It's about time. Take a close look at all ancient time devices. I didn't even think... I had no idea there was something on this platform. I thought it was just going to be something I picked up. No, that's a sundial. An ancient sundial. With light streaming down from the ceiling, which... Considering this is a sundial, that hole in the ceiling might actually be real. No, it's not. The sundial is in a cavern with absolutely no access to the sun. Wonderful. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense as a ceiling piece for the sundial. You know, for a second I had faith. They probably just couldn't. They probably just could not put ceiling. But I don't know. Like, you can't even see the top for this one. Oh, yeah, you can just for a tiny little bit there. There is a top, but anyway. If that's the case, what the bloody hell is this place for? The doors are shut. I guess I just have to find more switches to open those two. And right now there actually is nothing I can do here except for killing those two gorillas. Hang on. No, that's climbable. But how climbable is it? I assume I can't just... Stop going up. Oh, no, you can just... straight on. Backseating is about telling the streamer what to do, not about telling them what to do correctly. Make a point. I don't think we have a crouch or anything here. Do we? Is this going to be a secret? Well, it's going to be some music. Midas! There's his feet. We can't climb on Midas's feet. Behold! Mid. It's all of Snip's favorite properties. Anyway, this is Midas's hand. Now, if you remember the story of Midas, what do you think happens when we touch his hand? Well, first of all, it's difficult to get on there. That's death one. Now, because the animation's cool, let's see what the new version looks like as well. Well, the gold's certainly nice and shinier. Bong. Yeah, it only happens if you stand on the hand. You can touch it in any other direction, but you just can't stand on it. So that's the death that I was spoiled on. I've known that existed for years, because there's been at least one YouTube video of, like, interesting deaths in video games, and they would show that because it is very cool and very correct, and you can't blame the game for killing you, because it's fucking Midas. Don't touch him. He is definitely the lady who kills everything she touches in the meme, not the lady who makes pretty clouds. Now, that said, I don't think there's anything I can do over in Midas Land. Yet. So let's go. There was no secret lit up or anything. Best of my knowledge, at least. And I don't think... Is anything... Did I just say... Hold on. Okay, that's not me being a genius. I was aware there was a secret in this room. But I wasn't sure exactly where the switch was. So I did catch it, but I didn't catch it completely out of nowhere. Anyway, what the fuck did that open? Was it the thing on the side? Yes, it was. Okay. Kurzgesagt, I probably did not say that correctly, has a good video on what would happen if everything Midas touched actually turned to gold. I imagine it would be quite inconvenient. Oh my! Right then. So we should be at, I want to say 24 or 23. We should be at 23 deaths on Deadline's list. I should check that. Are we at 23? 22. Is that right? Hold on. No, it should be the 23rd, so that's odd. Kill me better than this. I don't know why that says 22, because we were at 21 before. So, like... Which one didn't count? Midas or that? That's strange. Or it could be Steam updating slowly, but like... Why do we go back 2 deaths? Oh, because you went up 3 deaths by accident before. When you meant to only go up 1. How'd you do that? Well, anyway. So how do we do this without getting killed? But also breaking the breakable tile. Because those aren't slow. Look, I've definitely been killed by that thing as many times as I can be, so if that's not going up, I don't know when or how it will. I'm just wondering if it's the spikes killing me instead of the door thing. Maybe I'll try to get killed by the next one of those door slamming things. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what kill. I mean, I assume the door thing killed me there, but like on a delay, so I was able to jump forward. Did that make it 3? No, it was still 22. Look, anyway. We got across. That is bullets. That is bullets. That is healing. And now we have problems. Alright, there we go, we're fine. I might just, out of paranoia, feed myself to Midas one more time. And make sure, because they do say that for these deaths to count, you have to load the game properly. Like, you have to wait for the game to bring up the game over screen. I do not, I'm assuming I did it though, because I did it twice. I definitively died to those things. I just don't know why the thing didn't tick up in Steam. It's possible that Steam's just being slow, but there really is nothing in here except for the hand. She seems so unhappy with her decisions. I think we're at 62 now. You did 61 twice. Nope, still says 22 out of 36, so whatever the hell's happening, I don't know. But we got the secret. Still one door in here that I don't know what to do to make move. But I believe, at this point, all we can do is go that other path, the first one that I found. This one. It's funny, you'll open into this, what feels like a non-linear area with a ton of paths, but you will eventually whittle them down. The game is not so modern as to have the luxury of actually being super complicated, but it can look super complicated until you get to work. So there's a path up. Let's stick down for now. We'll go up second, because this leads us all the way around to the other side, I think, of the area. And we get more sounds of more scary monsters. Gorillas, I think? Could be a lion. No, that's a monkey. That's a monkey noise. Oh, it's a lion! Oh, you just flat out killed me. Cool. Better guns. That's how you kill a lion. You shoot it until it's dead. In fact, there aren't many things that aren't killed via that crude but very effective method. Will you please just go up? Would you please just stay up? What? No, what the fuck? Well, I mean, that looks like I should be able to... Stupid. Oh, definitely not. That needn't necessarily be true. Wait, it's just going to be the stairs, isn't it? Oh, God! It's not necessarily true, Sam. I might kick you instead. Was Disco Elysium really back in the 400s? No. I believe it came out in 2019. I don't think they were making games in the 400s. But, in terms of my quotes, I mean, yeah, like the game's from 2018, 2019. Remember, I did 2 playthroughs. A third if you count the time I went through it with somebody else. But that wasn't on my channel, and they're not around now. But the first time we went through Disco Elysium was a very long time ago, yeah. It's one of the few games I bought early, within, not long after it came out, with my own money. Not normally if I get things immediately, it's because somebody else bought them, or I wait several years. But no, Disco Elysium I showed up pretty well on time for, because I read about it and was too fascinated. I mean, the second one was the more substantial one, really, because that's when we had the final cut and proper voice acting. Although I maintain there are several characters who were voiced better in the original. Kuno being the absolute champion of that. Kuno was just completely, not ruined, but not as interesting. Oh, I don't need magnums for bats. Come on, don't waste good bullets on fucking bats. This is a strange dead end. No, I don't want to shoot the wall. I want to pick up the healing kit. Speaking of, maybe I use one. Right, half health. No, I'm a little over half health. We'll hold out. We'll hold out. Because, you know, I'm hurting for meds with my 17 small packs and 14 large, but, like, I've never met a resource I couldn't hoard. Like, okay, you can't call it anything other than a downgrade when you go from "fuck does Kuno care" to "fuck does Kuno care." Like, just the energy, the energy downshift alone. Like, leaving the pitch aside. Right, so there's definitely an upper there as well, but I don't think we're getting up there from here. This is probably the fall into pit for when you bugger up. What you're actually supposed to do is walk up the steps. See, my issue is that when I see paths, I always try to, like, take the easy one later. It crawls back down to that whole idea of, you know, if you give me a sequence of tasks to do, depending on whether we're talking about difficulty or tedium and time consumption, I will always do the thing that is worst, quote unquote, first. In the case of a series of challenges, I'll try to do the hardest thing first. In the case of a series of long tasks, I will do the longest one first. Say, if you give me 12 things to do, one of them takes 2 hours, and then, you know, the quickest one takes 5 minutes. I'll do the 2-hour one first, and then I'll say I've done 1 out of 12. That way, in the second half, it will go by much faster because I'll be doing the shorter things, and it will feel great. Similar to doing difficult things, I'll always do the hardest thing first and go back. The problem with that is that, generally speaking, that's not how difficulty curves are written, and I end up skipping the part where I learn how to play. Similarly, for something like this, here's me trying to go upwards against a bunch of rock faces, when what I could do is take the stairs I've been ignoring. Although this is taking me to a different area, so it might not be as simple as that. Still. Let's see where we are. More gorillas. What bothers me about the Kuno voice change is that I'm pretty sure the guy who played Kuno in the original is still in the final cut, because his other characters was Jean Vicmer, I think. The guy's name was Dot Major, and I'm pretty sure that guy's voice didn't change. Now you might think, wait, what? The guy who sounded like this was also capable of sounding like this? Well, you know, some people can change their voice. That's interesting looking and completely impossible, but I guess you could do a corner jump? No, that... I didn't ask for turning. Maybe not. Stop turning! Okay, so you can sort of make it visually, but I don't think we can do the grab, which is the same problem I was having earlier. Oh, hang on, what about those? Yeah, you can probably jump to those. Okay, that's good. And then goes round and round, and then up there, and then probably onto the thing. But before I commit to that... Well, actually... Really, no? It's temptingly buggering close. But no, that won't let you grab. Then, of course, it's the question of, what the hell are these? There's an achievement here that uses a glitch. That's kind of cool, but I'm not going to bloody earn now. I mean, I've already missed several. I'm not too bothered. Also, I don't want to break the game on a first run. That feels like a thing you do second run. I guess this is the way, and it's a running jump. I said it's a running jump. Not an awkwardly fall to the ground and do nothing. Which is apparently all Lara's... No! She takes too many steps! There's no need for that many steps, girl. Why did you turn? What part of tank controls doesn't she under... Get down. Right. Wonderful. Is there any reason to be on those? Yes, there is. There's a pickup there. So also the question of what those wall things are, because I would have thought I'd be able to grab onto the little knockers, but nothing happened when I went up to at least one of them. Ah, come on. Is that really a no? Well, it is if you jump like that. What the hell was that about? Alright, fine. I will save here. Stop. Okay, I need to do the proper, like, you can't just run up from... No! There we go. We get a med kit for our Healy and some bullets for our Keely. And then we have to start the jumping sequence again, because bugger me. No! Why am I hearing another buggering gorilla? Oofity oofity, there we go. Now. That's incredible. This is an outdoor area in the new graphics. But no, it is yet again just flat, boring ceiling in the old. Also, we're seeing way more of Lara than any developer ever intended. Oh, switches! yes. No, balls! Too many fucking steps! You move forward just a little bit, and she's like, "Whoop! Time for my daily half marathon! Oh no, the ground's gone! Ah!" That's not the button. This is the button. That's not the maneuver. Neither is that. Fine, you need more space. I get it. There. Oh, balls to you. That's garbage. There you go. Notably, there's another corner there, but I don't think there's anything on it. There might be. Just in that corner, but I think it's just wall. That's definitely got some stuff. That's also got railings, so we're not going to be jumping to that. I don't think it's their respective fondness of sunlight. I think it's their respective ability to put stuff in the game relative to the year they were working with. Genuinely, I do not think they could make the skybox good enough. Like, look at all that shit in the distance. Like, you know, if they made it open air, they'd have to put some work in. And they were too busy designing bullshit jump distances for that. We got menu music here. Anyway, we have 5 switches. Not thrilled about that. What happens if we start pressing them? Right, let me just learn what these mean. The 5 switches in this room can be configured to open one of 4 doors, and it looks like they're actually talking about the blocks. So right now I've got them all lowered. If I... Yeah, so there's things I couldn't interact with the omega symbols and the Y symbols on them. They're actually telling you what configuration to put these switches in. The annoying thing is you'll have to come back up here every time you want to get another one open, so... Let's go see which ones are actually worth opening at this point, shall we? At least I thought I did it. Raised, raised, lowered, lowered, raised. That one back... Oh, no, it is open. And it's not a block, it is in fact a door. Okay, good. Now, I could have spent ages trying to figure that out, but instead I saved my time. That hurts. Let's drop with a bit more thought. There we go. Let's see what is in here. Jesus, okay, big room. Another entrance to the north, a little hole with what looks like a bloodstain in it. Not much else, but there is a path out here. That goes many directions. And then I accidentally fire my guns. I don't really know what the point of this is. Other than a fun place to die. Fun place to die. So many fun places to die. Fun place to die. So many fun places to die. Where the fuck is this gorilla and why does it keep going? Arr. A brush blade. No. What was that? Well, there's nothing in there. Oh, shit! That didn't look like this before. Now, we could have shown you all of that crumbling, but, no, we couldn't. Wow. And I got all this from one door. What was the... Before I, like... Because I was just going to poke my head into here and see what was behind it. This is not the right way. Before I end up doing half the damn level before I come back to get another one of these open. What's... Well, I tell you what. Let's save here. Let's load the save when we haven't jumped off yet. Which is this one. Yeah. What's down here? Just real quick. Because I assumed this was the way forward, but I'm guessing it's... That's a switch. Oh, that's gonna... mean I don't have to do the jumps again. Okay, no, I want to do this first. But open them. No, turn. Left, right, to the right. Now forward. Now to the left. Do a steppy. Fine, do that first. Now left. Now forward. There you go. Good girl. Well done. Jesus. Now I don't have to jump those fuckers again. That's more important. Let me... Wait, why is that still shut? Did I not do the... Oh, God. Alright, fine. If I'd gotten to the... Wait, so you were going to wait for me to jump up 4 times? You're going to tell me after? I would have checked it when I came back. I just... Okay, everything's up now? Is this before I moved them? Yes. It doesn't give you any feedback that you've succeeded. You don't hear it move. But yeah, what you're supposed to do if you actually do puzzles legitimately instead of looking up the answers immediately because you're a... various bad words, you're supposed to intuit that these symbols refer to raised and lowered. So that one means all of them are up except for the first one, which is down, and that'll open that one. Anyway, I'm not doing this door first for any particular reason other than it is the one that I did. So, you know. Makes sense, right? Oof. You know there were triangles in the original, but seeing you shimmy hug against the wall made you realize how stupid the tits look in the remaster. What, because they don't bounce? What's the... What's your issue with the boobs? I think we want to go up now. I think we want to approach the newly created pathway from up here. They're too pointy for the amount of polygons we now have. Oh, they're still pointy? I mean, I think if they weren't pointy, it's the spirit of the thing, you know? Maybe this isn't a helpful edge. Sure doesn't look it. Still hurts. God damn it, I don't want to walk back down. Fine. But then what's the point of this? Bullet bras? I don't think that's how I think I have clips for my bullets. I don't know what I should be doing here. Like, that... Oh, there's like a... There's a... To the left! No? But there was. There's a platform to the left, but there's like no room to access it. Unless we have to, shimmy. No, I'm looking at the wrong side. Where is this bastard? Right, it's the one we're trying to get to has a thing to the left. But we could try to get to that one. Yeah, that's probably it. And are we aiming for the middle? $400 saves. 400 savory scums! Lara! I don't know why. I have no explanation for that joke. Okay. Phew! That sucked. Alright, let's see now what. Just put a little hole. Let's do that corner. That's not the direction I want. I wanted to go forward. What do you mean? In fact, I didn't even want to go forward. I just wanted to, like, jump up. And then go, yeah. And now there is water. Balls. There's also a hole. Where does that go? Look, dead woman. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Funny. That goes to the land of crunch and bone snaps. Hang on, what's that? I feel like I shouldn't be going for this immediately, because it's going to make me have to go back, but, bugger it. Uh-oh, 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 still dead! Fucking... I've been here before. No, but yes, but no, but yes. This is the second level of an area that I've been to before. I think I'm going to reload because, like, I took damage and stuff coming down. I just want to get my understanding of this locale. Oh, but there's a heal. That's not how you pick up a heal. That is how you shoot a wall. I have to jump to get to the other section? I would like to have a stern word with the architect of this place. Would that be you? Are you the architect of this place? I think he wants to have a stern word with me, too. Why are they so fucking angry? Oh, God. Oh, come on, come out. They're only bullets. What are you afraid of? Christ alive, that was... Whew. You started Tomb Raider 1 for the first time today. Well then, unless you've gotten very far into it in one day, you're probably seeing a level you haven't played yet. So be careful of that, but, yeah, I've never played them either. Sam here, the guy with the sword in the chat, bought them for me, and so we are here figuring things out. Sam, that's... Is there another level up there? I think there is. There's also a large health pack over there, but I don't know if I care to get it. Oh no, fine.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Hello. I have no bastarding idea what to do next. We have that, but I don't know that that's helpful. Can I just leap across this? Yes! That's simpler. It's in time for me to want to use one of these, I think. Actually, no, I've got most of my health, but let's get topped up, because we've got nearly 20 of the smalls. Yes, Tomb Raider is on the grid. Tomb Raider is, in fact, a little-known Tron spin-off. Bats! Bats? Where's the bats? I see the shadow of a bat, but I don't see the bat. It's just wangling in the distance. Sam, why are you binarying my deaths? so long as you know what it is. I swear to God, the nerds I have in this place. Okay. That is not how you do that jump, but it worked, so I don't care. But yes, this is a blind run, which is why it's very slow and careful and replete with swearing. Where am I going now? Holy shit. This wasn't even the path I was planning to go on. Like, this was a tangent of a tangent. No, that's backwards. The tank controls and I are not friends. We're not foes, precisely, but we're a long fucking way from friends. And this isn't a sea. Oh, those are crumblies. And where does that lead? Spike and Doom? Hey, lads. Do you feel like being friends? Weirdly enough, they don't feel like eating me. Is that because my head's buried in the level muck? Oh my god, do we have enough fucking animals in this hole? Right, I'm that's up. That's well, yes, okay. That was just scouting. It's fine. I was planning to die there, just maybe not in that exact manner or fashion. Well, go on, up with you. Oh, there was nothing there anymore. What? Stop what you. Oh no, we're fine. Stop back hopping when I want to turn, turning when I want to back hop, and just in general doing everything except the thing I'd like to see done. You know? It'd be nice. Right, there's all three crumblies. So far, unless I've missed sections with those, I think I've done well at getting all of them. Oh my, what are we doing? Okay. Now there's a hole. What happens down the hole? Not much, not bad. There's another hole. Now I'm here? Man. Okay. Now, I think I might have missed a secret around the area. I don't know. The map's very, very difficult to read on this. a million years ago, the one that I sort of jumped down for and didn't get was one. But I think there might be one in with the crocodiles. For the moment, I think we'll go back later and look at that. For now, hi. Would you care to be dead? We're not getting a choice. The lion's dead. Do we really still need the heart-pumping action music that makes me think lion number 2 is lying around the corner? Like, is that a requirement here? Yeah, so now I'm here. That makes sense. There's no room for lion number 2, I don't think, right now. Maybe later. Ooh, we're fine. I've started to catch myself, quite literally, on those accidental back hops into doom. More water. More fucking crocodile. How kind of him to be in shooting range. The fucking endlessness of this path is just... This is exhausting my sort of spatial, calculations. Bats! Okay, stop bats. Do, however, hear another lion. I think lion 2 might be here. That is a brick. Why am I picking up a brick? Oh my god. That is a lead bar. That is a lead bar in the Palace of Midas. I wonder what we're going to do with that. Let's not go straight to the hand, because I don't know what the bar's for. Let's figure out what the bar's for, and how many of them we're going to end up having, because there's no point going to the hand 5 times. Now, the problem is we're here. I need to go back. I need to go back to that whole aqueduct sort of area. Because I missed things. I know I missed things. But... yeah, but I don't have literally anything, Snip. Oh god, here he is! And his friend! Nobody expected lion number 3! But now they're lying on the cold, hard ground. Yeah, but I can only use the bars. I'm not going to fucking turn my guns to gold. That is not going to help me with the murdering of the enemies. You'd be lying if you said this level wasn't frustrating but fun. So what my understanding is that the remaining two secrets in the level are both in that sort of aqueduct area. So let me just follow the guide more closely to figure out when and how I am to get this stuff. Because secrets in particular do my head in certain places. One of them I can at least visibly see. The other one I can see in the map, but I don't know how to get to it, and I wouldn't know it was there if I didn't see it in the map. So first, we need to get back up here again. Actually, first I should stand up and do something ahead of time. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay. Why am I trying to mouse and keyboard this game? This is a controller game. I don't know how the hell one would mouse and keyboard Tomb Raider, but it doesn't sound fun. No, you go up that. Fucking piece of shit. Oh yeah, new guys. Or the guy who said he was he just picked up the game. Have you been doing it on modern or tank controls? I'm not going to judge you for your choice because I haven't played this series long enough to care, but I am at war with the tank controls but committed to using them because I have a camera on me and therefore feel compelled to give a proper show. I don't know that I would use them on my own. It really depends on, like, you know, how you accomplish certain things. I'd probably swap back and forth a lot more than I am. I've only used modern controls to do one thing in this game so far, and that was running around in a circle to trigger a certain number of crumbling ledges. How the hell do you make this jump again? Right, well, that was too far. Maybe it's just a jump forward. Not like that, it ain't. Not like that, it ain't. It's really more of a jump to the right, unfortunately. Fuck. Smooth. Majestic. Sensational. Okay. So now let's see how I can get these secrets. Mind the gap, it's a long way down. You can see some items down below, but don't drop yet. See, this is where I dropped. I was just like, ooh, can I get those? And I dropped. So I kind of did things in a non-ideal fashion. I never actually got to explore that level, I don't believe. Okay. There are, I believe, crocodiles to kill here, but we'll see where they are. Oh, that's how you get that. That's considerably fucking easier. Let's not do it yet, though, because then I'm just down there again. Did I already come here and kill crocodiles, or... Is this the same as the area with the two crocodiles that I fell into from the crumbly floor? Oh, there they are. Hello. How you doing, buddy? I'm here to make you dead. Could you hold still? You're far less cooperative than your brother over there with the 17 holes in his face. Did not mean to drop into the water, but it looks like you had no idea and missed your chance for a meal. That's fine. I'm happy to feed you some bullets. If you know, hold still. Oh, there we go. All right. Dead now. Very good. Abu, is this my first time playing Tomb Raider? I mean, technically it's my third or fourth stream, but it's my first time going through the first game, yes. It's always a nervous question, that, because you don't know if somebody's asking so that they can properly gauge whether they, like, you know, are they asking so that they don't spoil somebody? Or are they asking because if you say yes, then they're immediately going to start vomiting out tips and advice? One of these is a lot more welcome than the other. But welcome anyway. Alright, now where am I going? Is that another one? No, that's just the second one I killed. That's fine. We've sort of been here before. We're coming back around now to pick up the secrets. Because I know that there's two in the area. But I have reached the point where I know I'm not going to stumble into it on my own. So I'm looking up how to get it. I know that there's one right down there, but I'd rather not grab it just now because once I go down there, I don't get to come back up. So, let's see what we're doing here. We're going through the water and up into a cave. I think that's the cave that I fell into and then reloaded. I think this is going to be the cave because it's got the crocodiles, right? And I think when we landed, they were down the other side here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Because there's the tiles. Okay, so we dropped the tiles, but we didn't load the save where we dropped ourselves. So here, I think, there's going to be some kind of secret to search for. Can I not make that in any sort of way? Because it'd be very cool to just raise your arms, girl, and pull yourself on up. But, alright, fine, fine. This side it is with a much smaller little platform. Here we are. Okay, so this is the area with the secret in it. First, we'll see if I can find it on my own, but I'll read the thing more carefully if I fail. I think this one's going to be up. Or maybe it's just that over there. Maybe we just have to clamber. You can just go forward, girl. It's not that hard. There we go. Nope, nope, bad, bad, bad. Okay. Right, so we're doing the slidey blocky bullshit is what we're doing. Is this another one of those ones where you need every jump to be super precise, or is this... Or rather, not that it's super precise, but rather, like, you do three moves, and then the game just plays itself for you and lands you perfectly in the area so long as you hold a button down. But I don't know how to set those up, so let's read. I'm not making any progress here. Turn left, then climb up on the rocks. Walk forward with the pool on your left until Lara won't walk further. Face the middle or the left side of the angled block ahead. The right side is too high. So, like here. Take a standing jump over it. And immediately jump ahead. Here, I guess. Or do you just mean like this? Lara will slide down to a flat spot in the corner. Well, that didn't fucking happen. Oh, that... Okay, I'll take that progress. So I just go over here? Oh, thank God it worked. All right. Excellent. Another fake hole in the ceiling. That one's almost a real hole, but no, it's blocked off in the original. Okay, that's secret one. We just need to get secret 2, which we already know where that is, and we can go get it. Then we can leave. We will swim past our shame there. This section is incredible, though, that we go through this entire complex just to come back around to our starting zone and then go up the area that we already were just to grab a bar at the end. That is genuine insanity, and we've only done one door. We need to do the other 3 doors. All right, don't fall off. Is there a less painful way to do that? Probably not. It was quite a drop even with this, but... And we get the secret even without dropping, actually, so we don't need to go pick those up if we don't want them. We do, though. is healing and many types of ammo. And then we're back here with our friends the gorillas. Oops. You know, I'm just going to keep that. I can't be bothered not... I'm just going to... One large medipack, whatever. I didn't save recently enough to want to deal with that again. One moment. Okay. Lara doesn't need her knees, and besides, she had healing. So I guess the next thing to do is, yeah, explore those other doors. As far as going to the hand and turning that lead bar to gold, yes, I do believe we need to do that. But I don't know whether we're going to get more. So we're going to hold off on that because I don't... Also, I don't know what it accomplishes right now. I don't know what having a gold bar is for. So until I know what it's for, I don't want to go get one. Now we just go through here. Yay! I don't have to do the hoppity floppity bullshit on those pillars. Damn it. Ark, you're sure a lot of disturbed individuals will say that Lara very much needs her knees? I don't think you need to be disturbed to say that a human being should probably have all of their body parts intact. In fact, I would say disturbed people are the ones who say otherwise. You know, like me. Like the joke I just made. Anyway, if we go clockwise through these doors, the next one we want is raised, raised, lowered, raised, lowered. So we lower this. We raise this. We leave the next one. We make sure those two are up, which they both are, which means that we should have an open... Yes, that one's open over there. Get just saved. Okay. Oh, good. Spikes. We can slow walk through the spikes and be fine. Are those pressure plates or just raised platforms for funsies? Two holes up in the sky, and then one path there. Alright. Also got one of these. Let's pull it out. Hold on. Okay. That should be enough typing. Now we have a switch. Okay. That sounded horrible. That sounded like a flamethrower being set upon a pack of bats, which, to be fair, sounds nice. But, like it sounded viscerally horrible, even if the result sounded good. I don't think that's why, though. Lara's making you feel ashamed you can't even pull out a couch by yourself. Even Link needed power bracelets. I don't know how heavy those are, but the noises she makes suggest they're quite heavy. But she does work out a terrifying amount. It's possible that they are lighter than they look. Not to say that they are in any way, shape, or form light. They are still clearly very heavy. I just mean that they look heavier than a human could move. So perhaps that's not the case. Anyway, apologies for the texting distraction, but I needed to coordinate something. Oh boy! That, wow. Okay, if my, do you see how close I am to falling? Bugger me. Also, yeah. So those they weren't pressure plates. They were platforms that hadn't yet come up. We needed to do the switch for that. Cool. So now what? We go across, I'm sure, but like, what's the goal? Oh, the other hole in the corner. Right, of course. Well, where to start and what's the goal? Is this enough? Hell no, we did. Ugh, that went right up a bad place. Did we skip over Death 69 while Sam was doing jokes, or did I just miss it? That one was the binary one. Sam, that wasn't very nice. You literally wrote 69 in binary. Okay, well, in that case, I'm glad you got to enjoy it, and the rest of us plebs didn't. Right, so you were doing binary 69ery. Oh, right, that number, yeah. Look, I was too busy dying lots of times in a row to really appreciate everything you were doing. You know? I don't know if you've been dying before, but it's hard to pay attention to the rest of the world. Actually, I think you know that damn well. Sorry. Glad we're all here and healthy, hey? Oh, God, 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 God. What was he doing here? Like, was this gorilla just hanging out in this corner, just waiting for a human to show up so that it could go and start punching it in the face? Like, is that its hobby? Is that like this is just its little fun chill out spot? Just here? This is where he sunbathes? I guess. God, look, I preferred Gwambush's idea to Demon Dragons. I don't know that the kids get sick of the meme. I genuinely, I don't know the kids get sick of the meme. I think what'll happen is that those kids will age out and you'll get new kids with new memes. Like, the meme might not happen all the time anymore, but if the meme comes up, they will still find it funny. I think that generation is just poisoned for that sort of stuff. Oh, fuck me. Anyway, we got another lead bar. So there's at least 2. I don't know how many we need, though. I need some sort of indicator as to where they're supposed to go. That'll tell me how many I need. Okay, can we maybe do that without the dying? Do I want you to tell you how... no, because I imagine I'm going to find the place where they go. And that'll say... If the place where they go doesn't tell me how many I need, then yes. But until I... Because it's like when I went to the 4 doors with the keys in them. Like, we knew that there were 4 because there were 4 doors. In this case, there might be 4. Or maybe there's 3, and then the fourth one... The 4th door will just show me the location. Where I put them. Can I do this without getting hurt? Is this a jump that I can make just fine? I think it is. Yeah. Alright, well, that's everything we need out of this one, I believe. So we'll do the next door down, which is... I mean, I can just read it, actually. Do it properly. What am I doing? Is this the... No, this is the wrong way. Counterpoint, nobody cares about all your base, even if they were of age back then. Right, but they're not kids anymore. Also, I'd say that's more of a nerd meme than an everybody meme. And not everybody was on the internet back then. Down, up, 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 down. Guan, I thought you just resubbed, like, yesterday or something. Now you don't have a badge. I'm not saying you need a badge, I'm just confused, because the timing doesn't make sense. Yeah, yesterday. Oh, you shared... Right, it's not the same thing. Even older people have memes. That's true. We don't call them memes.
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
It's fine, I'll just take the damage. Did that open? Yes, it did. Okay. I don't know how these lions and gorillas are feeding themselves. Okay, maybe the lions eat the gorillas, but I don't know how the gorillas are feeding themselves. There aren't that many raiders in these tombs. Oh shit, this bit... Right, no, that makes sense. Of course, we're in the right spot for it. Yes, your badge is back. Right, so I think I need 3 of them. Do you want to know why I think I need 3 of them? Actually, I'll just let you figure it out. And yeah, I guess they need to be gold, which means we go to the Midas hand, put them on the Midas hand, and we get them as gold.
No.
Because if you try to put the lead bar in there, Lara will poop the party. But this does mean that there's nothing to do in this door, and we're going to have to reopen it. After we do the last one, which I guess will have the 3rd bar in it. Yeah, don't you love it when your puzzles just have instructions in big, bold, carved letters on the top? 3 gold! Also, I think the reason, therefore, to Snip's question of why not just use anything and turn that into gold, is that we need bar-shaped objects to put into those recesses. And so we need them to be the right shape as much as we need them to be the right thing. Now that one is just the left. Okay. That's helpful, actually. So just do this. And then boom. Okay. Whee. How are we doing? Hour and a half for this one. Almost all of the pickups, though. The level is long. Right. Well, there's only one thing for it. So I'll walk through the fire, and then I'll fucking die. And down here we have rats. And they would also like to kill me. Oh, wap wap. I'm very curious as to what the death total is going to look like now. Because we should be at 25. But we didn't go to 23 when we were supposed to. We were only at 22. Let me see what it looks like now. Well, now it says 24, which is still one short of what it should be, and I have genuinely no idea why. So these burn for a while, and then they stop. I don't think we need... Well, come on, then. It's like... Damn it. When they stop, I'll go. Nobody. Whoa! Well, this keeps you safe. What stops them? Tempered Lara, catch fire and put it out with water. Okay, that's pretty funny. What makes you burn? Is it just time? It does seem to be time. But, like, it wasn't doing it the first... It was only when I reloaded that I had that problem. Fuck. God, fuck, damn, ass, wank it. It's just when I stand there. Thank God for that. Now go up before it starts burning. Ah, you bastard ass. She stays on fire! That's bullshit! Up. Up! Up! It's the direction that isn't fucking sideways, you stupid bitch! Oh, God. No. I can't afford that. Up, 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 up. Oh, for fuck's sake! Just, there is not the time! Wait, no, you should do, okay, whatever. I was gonna start shimmying. I feel, my brain said, wait a minute, I can just sideways it and climb up here where it's safe. But then I nailed it, so I guess now I don't have to. Okay, well, now I have to go into the water, which means rats. Three of them. That's... Well, two of them now. Could you all come over here where you're nice and murderable? I think they don't want us, so let's just go. I didn't really want to shoot that. Who knows? Maybe they won't notice me if I go underneath. Shit. No, stop diving! Christ. Fuck! Okay, we're fine. Just a small matter of revenge, but bugger them, they can live. I think that's it. We got all the secrets, we got all the bars. We just need to do two things. We need to open the correct door to get out of here. And we need to get Mr. Handy to spruce up my metal. Why aren't there more gorillas? If we're up here, we're safe, which means we can just fire on them from a distance. Oh my god, what the hell? When I said safe, I wasn't saying that so that you would immediately disprove it. Now, was there another one, or was I saying things based on the... Because there were already corpses here. That's not the same thing as there being another live, chest-pounding, Lara-blasting gorilla around here. No, I don't come in here yet. I need the handman. I just opened it so I didn't have to come open it later. It's got the Midas touch, but it touched too much. God, imagine if each bar you put in spawns a new wave of gorillas, meaning if you do all three at once, then you just... you just get 97 fucking gorillas coming at you. No, let's hope that's not the case. Look, the only kercheck we'll be getting around here will be the sound of my fucking guns reloading, mate. What about this door? Well, this... Stop shooting! You shoot when I tell you to shoot, which is not to be confused with when I accidentally tell you to shoot. Oh, right, this is... Ceiling's too low. Wouldn't it be faster to just make the jump again on the other side? Shut up! Who are you telling to shut up? Because it sounds like you're telling yourself to shut up! Okay, but you know this is a sign of psychosis. Shut up! Alright, mid-ass. We need to use your powers. Imagine being... Well, that looked weird. What does that look like in the original? Still weird. Right, well, by the power of magic groin thrusts, we've created 3 gold bars that we can now use to get out of here. You'd think most people would want to take the gold bars home with them, but I guess some people have no need for further riches and just do it for the love of the game. Is that not the secret path? Yeah, this is the entrance is this one. Also, I do not trust that we will have a gorilla-free trip back. Unless the reason why is because this place is filled with lions instead. Try to excavate the hand. I would be too scared to touch it. No lions. Right. I assume the level ends as we walk down here. Sorry, as we slide down here. 1 hour and 42 minutes. That's the longest level we've done so far. We found all but 1 pickup. That is frustrating, but okay. And then we are at what Sam lovingly describes as the toilet. And one of the worst levels in Tomb Raider? Is that because of the design or just because of the vibe? Either way, there's yet another 3 secrets. Should I start this level now or should I just come back tomorrow with it? I did start early to earn myself more time. I'd probably be stopping in like 15-20 minutes anyway, which I don't know if that's enough to really get much out of it, so maybe we should hold there. But yeah, the toilet awaits. Both in game and in my future, because I could go with the pee break. Looking at the map, it's definitely very green. It certainly looks like sewers. Not thrilled with that. He thinks I'm being figured. No, I believe you. I'm just concerned. All right. Drop a save here for the shit house. And I guess we'll take it on. We might get our 500th save in the toilet. That's nice, isn't it? But 15 level game, we just finished level 7, so we're... This is also the game's midpoint level. If you think about it, level 8 in a 15 level game is the midpoint level, so we'll be halfway through when we're halfway through that. I remain very confused about the death counter and why it seems to be one short, though. Don't like that. I don't know where the mistake could have been, but if I don't get it, that's fine. Fairly well. At least I thought I pressed the button. Hello?